Arsenal victorious today at the Emirates Stadium against Fulham. Really a consolation match in the Premier League. Still 9 points behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand, and Real Madrid next week in the Champions League. Perhaps Arsenal's best chance at silverware this season. However, obviously the Achilles heel for Arsenal, never won the Champions League. I'm not sure when the last time was we were in a semi-final, and of course facing Real Madrid, the royalty really of that competition. I don't know what to expect. All I can say is today I thought Arsenal played very, very well. Good football overall. Players like Lewis Skelly and Declan Rice, yet again, fantastic from them. It was, I mean, unbelievable to see Saka come back. The standing ovation and reception that he got just warming up the first time in the first half when he came out, even greeting Alex Iwobi and Kelvin Bassey, I think it was from Fulham. Look, it's fantastic to have Saka back. Obviously, all things considered, the Premier League, like I just said, a fool's hope really to think Arsenal can come away and win the Premier League this season. I know Liverpool now have Allison injured, but you look at it really from the standpoint of a logical standpoint, it's just not going to happen, is it? And of course the Champions League, such a stretch, I think, to say Arsenal can go on to win it. Look, the Mikel Merino project seems to be doing okay. He scored again today, obviously with a little help from a deflection, as did Fulham. But look, we are so depleted. Again, like I said, even having Saka back, the boost that it gives you, yes, it gives you confidence, but I would say really scoring goals, it does come naturally to Arsenal, whether it was corners or obviously the last couple months it hasn't been that. It's been from open play, and sometimes we dominate and score five, and other times it's a 1-0 victory. And of course, we've lost a couple games this season not producing that. So really kind of roll of the dice since we lost Jesus and Havertz and Saka, of course. Martinelli out for a couple months, Odegaard in the beginning of the season. So overall, of course, very difficult to dictate what could happen against Real Madrid, who seemingly are going to be full strength. I know there's hopes, again, a fool's hope that a couple players may be banned from the first leg against Arsenal next week. Rudiger and Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, I think, I mean, come on, it's not going to happen. The most you can hope for is Urian Timber. Whatever the reason he came off injured today, whatever you can hope is that he's fit. Gabriel, I don't know what's going to happen with Gabriel, and unfortunately, Ben White is also not even fit enough to make the squad today. I know Mikel Arteta in the press conference seemed to be just taking precautions and saying he had a niggle or whatever it may be. The trade-off for getting Saka back and having three defenders injured, it's just typical of this season. Of course, every team has been dealing with injuries, but it does seem very, very harsh on Arsenal, and no one really to blame. It just feels very, very unlucky. Calafiori, of course, injured during the international break. Tomiyasu, of course, is out for the rest of the season, as is Gabriel Jesus and Havertz. But really, the issues we were having was with attack. Of course, those players I mentioned, Saka, of course, being out injured for 3 months, and Odegaard missing a couple months as well through injury. But now it seems losing Gabriel, again, I don't know to what extent we will be missing him, but surely, as well as Jacob Kivior did today, coming up against Real Madrid, it's another beast, isn't it? Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, who they have so many options in attack, don't they? And it's going to be very difficult, regardless of who we had fit, even at full strength. You would consider Real Madrid the favorites to go through with that, of course, Champions League royalty as they are, and very, very difficult to see what could happen with there. But at the end of the day, look, today, excited to watch Arsenal. It feels like it's been ages. Every time there's an international break, it's terrible, isn't it? Especially a break for I guess World Cup qualifiers, sure, they're fine, but for me watching the United States, these new competitions, Nations League and whatever this new league is over here in the United States and Central America, just boring, and losing players like Calafiori to this, and Urian Timber, of course, didn't play as well as Gabriel, and ironically enough, they both came off injured today against Fulham, so don't know what to make of it. But look, Real Madrid next week, going to be a very, very interesting game. Don't know who's going to be out. Again, you hope Gabriel and Timber can be fit for that. Ben White as well. Don't know what the extent of that injury is, but look, a bit of a rambling one. I'm still a bit sick here, getting over it. So thank you very much for watching, guys, if you made it this far. I do really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you when I see you.